Hello and welcome back to my channel. We've got some second gen requests to get to tonight. We're going to start with some Super Junior, then move on to SHINee, and then round it out with VIXX. VIXX, I don't know if we've listened to anything since, like, what? I checked out Fantasy and Voodoo Doll, right? I think those are the names. I liked Voodoo Doll. Didn't care too much for Fantasy. I remember that, but we'll see a little bit more of them. We've seen also some like dance performances from, I think, their main dancer in the group. So let's do it. We're starting off with a pre-release of Super Junior. Their song "Don't Wait." That was a pre-release for the title track of Manga, right? Which I really did enjoy. Over on Patreon, if you guys want some extra content, I actually checked out some funny clips of Super Junior over on Knowing Brothers, like episode 100 and 200 that they were on. Mostly the Cry subunit featuring them on there. But yeah, that was a good time, even though Knowing Brothers can be very confusing sometimes. But I managed. So let's do it. Super Junior with "Don't Wait." Okay, they're going for like a 50s look here. They're always never afraid to embrace the corny 100%. Siwon actually looks really great in the greaser getup. Ooh. Oh my god, I was just gonna say, I don't know what it is, but something about Hyun's, like, just existence, his aura, is so comedic to me. Whoa. Very simplistic instrumental, that's catchy. And it really has made that kind of 180, right? Where a lot of second gen songs, and even I think for them, like earlier on in their career, there was just this such overly, like, almost self-seriousness to them that make them kind of corny and funny to watch now. I don't know if it was like that back then, if you were watching it like when like Sorry Sorry came out or anything like that, if it was like a little bit corny when it dropped. But here it's like they just totally embrace that kind of style, and I really dig that. Whoa, those two together, vocal heaven. I mean, it's got a nice groove with the bass line, but it's a very simple song. Like, the track is very empty. Ooh. I don't know how I would like this by itself without the MV. This song is basically saying, shoot your shot. Oh my god! See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about here? Look at this. Damn, but he's got the vocals. Holy shit. Of course, in every video, like every era, he's got to have the wildest, strangest hair. Is this like the first time, our first shot? I feel like that's like our first shot of Hicho. Like, did we see him previously? I know that he's taken like the performing aspects like very easy. What the fuck did I just watch? is Jin doing? Oh, yo, no joke. Donghae looks like really good in that outfit with that hair. I fucking knew it! It always is. It always is in these. What is it? What is it about K-pop MVs and the group fawning over a girl and it always being like a member in drag? What is it? This must be like the 6th time that I've seen that. I mean, I love it, but you didn't fool me this time. Like I knew it. Oh my god. Thumbs up. Oh my god. Okay. The video is amazing. I love it. The song is catchy. It's very, very simple. Like it's such a simple instrumental. But you know, it works. It's nothing like musically that is blowing me away. It's very easy listening. But the MV is awesome. Like, it's just a ton of fun. It's very just a feel good. And the way that they're able to just poke fun, like not necessarily at themselves, but I guess just be free spirits and everything is just really great. And I love to see that side of them, which seems to be now like their MO. That's the thing. We've watched like a lot of recent Super Junior stuff. I haven't done too much older Super Junior things. Like I don't think I've ever watched the MV for like Mr. Simple. I don't believe so. Even sorry, I don't think I've done the MV for that, but I've seen a lot of it because that's just an iconic song and everyone covers it. But their MO nowadays is just very like free-spirited and fun, and I love that. And one thing, all these, you know, the new K-pop fans could call them old and all that. One thing you can't talk shit about them is that their hair has stayed 100% great. Like, no one's losing their hair. We got no receding hairlines from what I'm seeing. Like, damn, they've got the lettuce. They've got flow, as hockey fans would say. But yeah, it's a fun, solid, easy listening song. Don't wait. I really like the MV though. Let's move on now to SHINee. Now this changing tones here. This is Good Evening. So this was the first release after Jungin passed, right? So this being kind of, I'm assuming kind of an ode to that, and I think there's imagery here of him. I think there's imageries of like a fox, which maybe is something that's likened to him or one of his favorite animals, and I think that kind of this was a big moment is basically what I'm trying to say. One that I can't exactly put into words, as I was someone that wasn't around for that. And when that occurred, but I honestly, now that I've gotten deeper into K-pop and everything, I cannot imagine what that's like, not just for the members and not just for like the industry. I'm thinking as a fan, even, you get really attached to these people. You really, really do. And for something like that to happen, like, I'm just thinking about some of my favorite groups, you know? And if something that horrible would have ever occurred, like, I don't even know how that would affect me. Yet you have people who definitely like would not be able to understand, I guess, of like, well, you don't even know this person, or like they're just a celebrity or whatever. But it's very different, and I think because I'm not close and super interested in the Western side of pop, that I know people have that with your, you know, Ariana Grande's and Justin Bieber, whomever, like they get really close to these people, but I can't relate with that. I relate with it on the K-pop side, and you just see so much behind the scenes and you get to know them as human beings that is devastating. So I just want to say that, like, as a fan, I can't really understand what that is even like for people, but this was their first comeback since that occurred. So let's check it out. SHINee with Good Evening. Oh, wait. Oh, I would imagine the lyrics are very important for the song, no? There's no caption. You could already sense the melancholy in this song, though. Oh, I love Key's voice. Oh man, this is like quintessential SHINee harmony right here. Now, the requester also mentioned just some of the imagery in this video. Very like Christ-like imagery here, but the cameras just being the media, and I guess fans maybe perceiving your idols a specific way, but you don't really know the whole picture kind of thing. That's kind of what I get from it. Of like, we might think we know everything about these people, but you really just know whatever the cameras show you. You have no idea what's going on throughout their actual personal lives. And their blank expressions. Damon is showing a lot of chest. There's almost like a loss of control in their choreography. Wow, I really like that cut. Was that part of were those piano keys?
I can feel we're looking at each other through the storm.
Whoa.
Let's see your eyes, nose, lips, cheek.
Oh my god, this part of the song is... Wow, man. Damn, oh shit. This old Taman just kind of going all out for a second. Man, this choreography is really impressive. I love how like interpretive it is. Like the way that in the beginning they really looked like they were at like a loss of control. I'm gonna roll it like way far back because right at this point, I think the song really blossoms, and just not just like the emotional levels of what you're seeing on screen. The MV also is freaking fantastic. This is probably my favorite SHINee MV that I've seen yet. But the actual instrumental, the song itself, just it becomes so damn good here. But everything kind of coalesces into one. I just want to replay this over. The imagery, the spoken word on this bridge, everything is so beautiful. Like,
Looking at each other through this door. Let's see.
There is like a loss of control puppetry, a suffocation kind of feeling with the sheet being underwater and drowning. It's almost as if you're like watching those emotions carried out in a symbolic sense of being lost. But from here, it almost seems like looking down a well, but yeah, mouth out, you know, off the surface of the water, finally being able to breathe, and you kind of get that sense of that freedom, that relief when they're out there in the forest, in that like sense of being lost, but then embracing it and running together. I really like this video a whole lot. Oh, I'll have to look at the lyrics on my own time, but I have to imagine that they would be important to this song. I really wish that they were on this video, but what a great ass song. Probably one of my favorite SHINee songs now, and definitely my favorite SHINee music video that I've seen yet. This was really, really great. So now we're gonna move on to another one. I think this is also kind of another not necessarily ballad, but leaning towards that happy sad lane. This is Tell Me What to Do. So we're gonna roll it back, I think maybe a year. So Jungin is in this one.
Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
I don't think we have captions for this
Tell me
either.
what to do.
Oh wow.
Tell me what to do. 요즘 난 I don't know you. 많은 걸 포기한
No one should be allowed to dance as well as Taemin does and also have that good of a voice.
Tell me what to do.
I like the rundown aesthetic of this video.
시간이 두는 패착인 걸까? 끝내지 않아도 힘이 끝난. Tell me what to do. 풀리지 않는 매듭은 우리 앞에 있는데. 내가 먼저 다가가 막다른 길 끝에서.
Oh, this is hitting a certain way after watching that last video. God, his voice is incredible. And it's crazy because like the SHINee videos that we've checked out on Patreon, like their live performance concert videos, which are probably my favorite SHINee stuff that I've checked out. Please, someone request more of those because they're amazing. But I always talk about Taemin this, Taemin that, because I really do love him. I think he's the best K-pop performer out there. But when I watch them as a group in their concert performances, really, like, outside of Taemin, the one that really caught my eye was Jungin. this has that tone that I also just fall in love with. The happy sad is my deal. She's gorgeous. Apparently she's an actress now after this released. These shots are amazing. I love this.
말하지 않아도 알아주길 뭔가 주기만 했다는 착각 익숙한 존재라 던진 말들 Tell me what to do 무심했던 나쁜 말 깊은 상처를 남긴 날 내가 여전히 바보란 사실만
Whoa, wait, what? Wait, was there a gun the whole time? What the fuck? What just happened? They're just having a good time and dude's like, check out my bass. Dude, what are you doing? Whoa, alright, go off. He looks so great in that jacket. So I think the whole story is actually way more simple. Like the emotion you're getting from the video, I think, is better than the storyline, which I think is just Taemin is in love with this girl, but she loves one of the other members. I think that's the deal. I hate to pause this again. But I just want to bring up their Don't Call Me album. So I did that reaction over on Patreon maybe back in February of this year, and I didn't care for it. I actually didn't really like it all that much. The songs they were a lot more just like fun. They were just like kind of fun love songs and everything, and that's fine. That's fine. I can like that too, but I guess I was just expecting a little bit more and like variety on the album, and I didn't see like a ton of it in terms of tone of like what they're going for with emotion. And everyone had always says they always do something different, and you know, that being a case of, I think, releasing that before Enlistment and everything, wanted it to be a fun affair. I get that, but the two songs I'm checking out today here are what I want to hear. Like, I love these songs. I want to hear stuff in their back catalog that's similar to this, because I really, really like these a lot. I feel like I lost some people with that reaction. I always have to be honest, and maybe just in that time frame of when I checked it out, I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe I would if I went back to it. But I really love these two songs. Is that, I mean, that is the Taemin stance. He always has that Christ imagery. They're also very emotive, like. I can see why she got really popular. Oh, his ad-libs over Onu was doing those lines, right? These two songs have been two of my favorite SHINee tracks. Shit, that was a great video too. Damn, honestly, if you didn't, who requested that, I honestly forget who, I'm sorry, but if you didn't tell me, like, in the beginning what the story of that was, I probably would have had no idea, but I just loved the imagery in that video. Like, the destitution of everything, like, that kind of mix between, like, the colors and, like, the glam of K-pop and, like, their, like really well structured outfits that have been meticulously picked for them and everything. And then put that in the backdrop of like the almost like abandoned, bombed out apartment building. Something about that, I don't know, I like. I don't know what it is. It might even feel like manufactured or something, but you take it for what it is. This is K-pop. I still loved the look of it. But damn, these two songs are very, very good. And holy shit, is Jongin such a good vocalist. It's such a good vocalist, man. Let's move on to VIXX. Now, this I don't really have any expectations for because I don't know them super well and it's been a really long time. We're going to be checking out their songs Chained Up and Dynamite. I just really remember that they had a horror concept, which I really, really find cool and want more of in general in K-pop, but it seems to me like we're kind of getting that, right? I mean, you got Purple Kiss, you got Dreamcatcher who kind of does it sometimes, and then I think there's that group like Pink Fantasy, I think, right? Who I've never checked out. I believe they also have some kind of horror concept. So let's do it. VIXX with Chained Up. 2015. This is already feeling horny. A lot of clasps and chokers, whispering. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Order and Pray. Is this about BDSM? What's going on? Oh, the synths are active as hell in the back. It is. Interesting, because this feels more second gen than some of the other stuff that we had checked out previously. But at the same time, this also feels kind of modern. Like feels like slightly ahead of its time in some ways. They're nailing this concept, by the way. But the fact that they say eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, the chorus is getting me. And it's such a mix of styles. Like, it's a very sexy song. It takes its time until the chorus. It gets very dancey with those synths. Ravi, right? I remember a name from this group. The gold chain is such a sick set piece. That looks like a Dexter room. Someone's about to get chopped up. That's a Dexter room if I ever did see one. Someone is hitting the highs in the background. I think this is supposed to be like referring to the hold you have on somebody. Like your guard goes down, you like, yeah. But it has other implications. Shoulders. Oh. Ooh, I like this one. It has like this almost like I was saying, I got second gen energy from this, especially at the beginning, but as it went on, it just felt very modern in some of the ways that it was produced. I think the vocals more than anything, the way that that's on the mix is what feels very second gen for me, but everything else, like it felt somewhat ahead of its time in some ways, to where like you would listen to a lot of this maybe outside of how, like I said, the vocals are mixed, and be remiss that this was not like a 2022 track or something like that. I think it fits in just fine. But yeah, I really like this one a lot. Let's move on to their next, Dynamite. They've got to have brighter songs too, right? I'm not asking as in like, give me brighter songs. You guys know I like dark concepts a lot, especially when it comes to my boy groups. But I would have to imagine that VIXX somewhere down the road had a bright concept. Maybe this is one of them. Let's go. This was about a year after.
Yeah. It's too late, girl.
It's too late. Are they just always trying to seduce you?
Maybe I'm jealous.
Okay, this one's more funky with the bass. Ooh, I like this. I like these narrow corridors that we're getting to frame each member. Is he in a bathrobe? Ah, this is a bright song. But the imagery is like not. It's still like kind of dark. It's kind of a weird juxtaposition. Wow. They can fucking sing. Ooh. Oh, I can't tell which one I like more. I really like this song too. That's where I was sold right off, when you had the harmony as kind of like right at the start of the pre-chorus. This is such a strange music video. Oh, I would normally say it doesn't really fit the sound of this song, but maybe it just does for them. Oh, hold up. It got like grungy. I kind of love that rap verse. The structure of this one's a lot more interesting. This is the era. This is like the start of the era. Like this is 2016, so kind of where everyone started using those colored smoke bombs, smoke grenades. They were all over like the Blackpink videos. They were all over the place. This might have been one of the early Oh. I saw his get up. Oh, musically, I find this one to be more interesting. Dude, they are flexing some serious vocals on this track. This is going bright and soft for VIXX, maybe. Maybe that's just the case. Because it still has like all the elements of what is that supposed to mean? I don't know if that's a reoccurring logo. It looks like some Illuminati stuff, but the styles seem to kind of be mismatched at certain points. But I kind of like that in some ways because that is just part of VIXX's identity. If this were to be your typical, like, we're out in a meadow under sunshine and everything is super bright, crazy colors, it wouldn't really be them exactly, I would feel. So I like how there's just shades of that brightness kind of seeping through here in their style and in the whole tone of the MV. But I think the structure of this song with its switch ups, the rap verse is actually really good. And then it kind of goes into that softer portion on the bridge. I like the structure of this one more than Chained Up, it was called, right? Chained Up. But I think both of these songs are really great. I actually like them a lot. These, I think, stuck with me a bit more than the first two songs that we checked out. But I think primarily those were requested, not just because they were good songs, because I know the person that requested those liked those as well. And I do like Voodoo Doll, but because I think those were their more, especially Voodoo Doll, aggressive MVs in terms of like that horror lane, which I also really like. So I can't fault you for that. But these two are really great. All of these songs were really good. So thank you to everyone that requested something. I would love if you would join us over on Patreon. We've got live stages on there, album reactions, and variety shows. You could also join our Discord by becoming a patron, where we make fools of ourselves in there and share our love of K-pop with each other. So subscribe if you're new. Check out my playlist for these artists down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.